Good day everyone, good day ma'am. Today we'll be discussing about organizational development parallel learning structure. So here are the learning objective, define organizational learning and describe characteristic features of organizational learning, explain and describe the features of parallel learning structure, and analyze the ways of developing parallel learning structures. So first let's define what is organizational learning. Organizational learning described as the ability of an organization to develop an understanding and gain insights from experience through experimentation, observation, and analysis, and thus make it more efficient and effective in competition to other organizations. So organizational learning ang process by which organization na makagain ng knowledge and improve their performance over time. So it involves collecting, analyzing, pag-share ng experiences, mapa-success man or failure. This knowledge magamit sa ng organization to adapt and change organizational practices, no, mga strategies, and even values. For example, no, ang company nag-launch ng new product. If the product is success, of course, ang company maka-learn from those experiences and mahi-apply ng organization ang mga lessons to future product launches. And if the product fails, no, ang company sub can analyze the reasons for failure. Analyze ng company kung hay sila nagkuyang, hay need i-improve, and makaprevent sa bang company na dili na mautro ang same mistakes in the future product launches. So this process of learning from experience kay essential siya for any organization that wants to remain competitive. This states that effective organizational learning entails modifying the procedure themselves and maybe even the assumption, values, and objectives on which they were based not only to solve current problems but to prevent their recurrence in the futures. So, ang organizational learning, dili da sila maka-contribute to resolving organizational issues, but also it promotes individual development of knowledge and skills. Next, let's discuss the three learning styles. So first is the single loop learning. Ingin na learning style focuses on correcting errors, no? Pag-correct ng mga errors within existing assumption and procedure. It's about making small adjustment to improve efficiency and effectiveness. No, for example, ang company na notice nila ang customer service team na nag-struggle to meet response time target. So, ang company nag-implement ng new ticketing system to streamline communication and track progress. So, ang purpose ng ticketing system, no mo ni ang process, no, pag-prioritize and pag-manage ng customer issues from end to end. So, since nag-struggle man ang company or ang customer service team pagmet ng response, so the company should implement alternative solution sa mga problem na ilan na encountered, no? Ug sa natawag na single loop learning because they're addressing the symptoms, which is the slow response time with the process change without questioning the fundamental goals or underlying assumptions. Next is the double loop learning. In a learning style, it goes beyond fixing errors. No, nag-involve na sila in challenging the underlying assumption, the values, and the goals that drive organization. It's more about fundamental change and questioning the status of an organization. So, for example, ng double loop learning, no, the same company, instead na mag-implement sila ng new ticketing system, why not na ang company mag-conduct ka ng analysis on customer service, no? Basic, diha sila nagka-problema ug sa ang customer service team nag-struggle pag-meet ng ila target. Now, the company discover, although pas-pas ang ila pag-meet sa target because of the new ticketing system, but it actually creating a negative customer experience. So that's why ang company should decide to shift their focus to providing personalized services, no, even it means slightly longer response time. Kay unhon tuhod ng company ang pas-pas na response pero waya nila na meet ang customer satisfaction. Also natuog sila na double loop learning because they're fundamentally changing their approach to customer service by questioning their core values and goals. Next is the deodorant learning. In a learning style, nag-emphasize the in holistic and systematic understanding of learning sa isa ka organization. Nag-consider the subsets as a interconnected factor, then learn from the collaborative wisdom of the organization, and also nag-reflect isab sila on learning process itself kung unhun pag-improve ng future learning experiences. No, for example, ng deodorant learning, no, ang company after pag-implement ng new customer service approach, sanan pag-analyze ng impact on employee morale, then na-discover ng company ng ilang personalized service naka-increase ng employee satisfaction and motivation. Then, ang company should develop a training program no, para mapa-enhance pa ang employee skills when it comes to customer service, communication, and empathy. In this learning style, they're considering the interconnected impact of their changes on both customers and employees. So the difference between the three, ang single loop learning, no, mag-provide sila ng temporary relief but does not address the fundamental challenges. No, ini na learning styles no mag-implement ako ng mga alternative solution or small changes. While the double loop learning no nag-involves na sila on more strategic and transformative approach na mag-lead to a significant shift in the company's direction. It means big changes na sa isa ka organization. Then the deodorant learning, no, it might offer an even more holistic and systematic approach of learning within an organization.
So, good morning everyone. For the continuation of the report, I am tackling the organizational learning based on 5 core areas, and these are system thinking, team learning, shared vision, mental models, and last is personal mastery. So first is system thinking. It means that looking at the organization as a whole and then focusing on the relationship between its varied parts. So, example of this is a hospital that encourages collaboration among doctors, nurses, and administrative staff. Instead of each department working in isolation, they hold regular meetings to discuss patient care, share information about treatment processes, and address any issues together. This way, everyone understands how their roles affect each other and the overall patient experience. By seeing the hospital as a complete system rather than just separate parts, they can improve care, reduce wait times, and create a better environment for both patients and staffs. The second one and the 5 core areas is team learning. It occurs when the team members develop a feeling of cohesiveness and collectively experience productiveness while working on a particular task. For example of this is a marketing team at a tech company working on a new product launch. The team members regularly meet to brainstorm ideas, share individual expertise, and discuss feedback from their target audience. As they collaborate, they build a strong sense of unity and become more effective at solving problems together. By openly communicating and learning from each other's experiences, they not only create a successful launch strategy but also develop new skills that enhance their overall performance as a team. This shared learning helps them tackle future projects more effectively. The third one of the 5 core areas is shared vision. Means that all the employees in an organization have common objectives and goals, and they are collectively committed to achieving them. And a specific example of this is a non-profit organizational focus on environmental conservation. All employees from the director to volunteers work towards the common goal of reducing plastic waste in their community. They hold regular meetings to discuss their individual contributions and how this fit into the larger mission. By encouraging team members to share their ideas and personal goals related to the mission, they create a sense of unity and commitment. This shared vision helps everyone stay motivated and aligned in their efforts, making it easier to track progress and celebrate successes together. The fourth one is mental models determine our perception about the world, and they are formed in order to help us look at the world in a simpler manner. An example of this is an organization can be seen in a traditional manufacturing company where employees believe that the only way to improve efficiency is through strict supervision and rigid processes. This mental model limits their creativity as they may not consider new ideas like teamwork or technology improvements. To address this, the company holds workshops to challenge these assumptions, encouraging employees to explore different ways of working by fostering open discussions and sharing success stories from more innovative companies. They help create a new shared mental model that enhances or embraces collaboration and continuous improvement, leading to better results and a more engaged workforce. And last but not the least, in the five core areas is personal mastery. Occurs when an employee is committed to self and professional development and involved in enhancement of his or her learning skills and competencies. Um, Example of this is a software company that encourages its employees to participate in regular skill building workshops and mentoring programs. For instance, a junior developer might attend coding boot camps and receive one-on-one coaching from a senior developer. This commitment to learning helps the junior developer improve their technical skills and boost their confidence. As a result, they can contribute more effectively to projects, share new ideas with the team, and feel more engaged in their work. The company benefits from a more skilled workforce, fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement. Um, the next topic that I'll be discussing is strategies for organizational learning. These are the first is action learning, second one is cross-functional teams, third is workouts, four is groupware, the next is benchmarking, and lastly is parallel learning structures. First is action learning. This process carried out by a group of people with different level of skills and experience to analyze a real problem and develop an action plan. So example nito is for example is yung sa hospital working to reduce a patient wait times in the emergency department. So yung team is nagko-consist ng doctor, nurses, and administrative staff with different level of experiences. So first is they will analyze the current workflow to identify kung ano yung nagko-cause ng delays. Then second, na gagawin nila is they will develop an action plan that includes changes like better scheduling and improved patient triage. So as they implement these changes, they monitor the results and adjust their approach based on what they observe. This hands-on collaboration is hinihelp niya para matackle yung complex issue effectively. Tapos, nagli-lead din siya ng faster services para sa patients and more efficient para sa department. So, the second one is cross-functional teams, composed of people with varied levels of experiences and skills who are brought together to accomplish a task. So, example nato is yung naging assignment natin last time na from different department, ginawa sila sa group. I mean, finorm sila sa group para sa isang project, para sa company. But, more specific example is yung HR nag-form ng group to improve employee onboarding. This team includes HR representatives, HR managers, IT staff, and training specialists. So each member or each employee from those departments bring different expertise. Like yung HR is nag-focus sa policy, then nag-focus sa policy, hiring managers, shared job-specific needs. Then, yung sa IT naman is ensures new hire have necessary technology na dapat basic need nila sa technology. Next is yung sa training specialist then. Tapos, by collaborating, they create a comprehensive onboarding process that not only help yung mga new employees or applicants, employees, not applicants, get settled quickly but also fosters better communication across departments kasi syempre nagkakaroon sila ng communication on how they can effectively on how they can effectively train or orient the new employees. Then, breaking down the functional silos that can hinder effective teamwork within the organization. The third one is workouts, meeting the employees representing all levels and functions of the organization or unit except management to identify ways the organization can work together more efficiently and effectively. So example neto is meeting where employees from different departments like sales, customer service, and production come together to discuss the ways to improve their employees' performance review process. So during the meeting, they can share their experiences and suggestions, allowing everyone to contribute ideas. This collaborative approach helps them na ma-identify yung problems such as yung unclear feedback or inconsistent evaluation criteria and develop practical solutions to make the process more effective. So by involving all the employees in all levels, the HR team fosters a sense of ownership and ensures that the changes will work well across the entire organization. The fourth one is groupware. Technology used to facilitate the group's communication, problem solving, and decision making processes. So, example nito is yung technology facilitating communication in HR as a video conferencing tool used for remote team meetings. For instance, HR professionals from different offices across the country can use this technology to discuss employee engagement strategies. They can share ideas in real time, brainstorm solutions to common challenges and make decisions quickly, all without needing to travel. This is This not only speeds up the problem solving process but also ensures that everyone input is considered, leading to more effective and inclusive decision making for the organization. So the fifth one in strategies for organizational learning is benchmarking, process through which the performance best practices and organization and achievements of the other organization are compared with one's own organization. So example nito is yung ginawa last time or I mean last week ni Mambona na pumunta sila ng other university or schools to know kung ano yung best practices and syempre yung achievements nung school na yon na where they can get idea na pwedeng ipa-implement din sa university natin. Then, hindi ko na rin siya i-thorough explanation kasi natatakal naman na siya in previous discussions. And last one is parallel learning structures, also known as communities of practice. Promotes innovation and change in large bureaucratic organization while retaining the advantages of bureaucratic design. So, example nito is yung, wait, HR is a community of practice focused on diversity and inclusion. In a large corporation, employees from different departments form a group to share ideas and best practices for creating more inclusive workplace. They meet regularly to discuss challenges, share share success stories, and develop new initiatives, such as mentorship programs or training sessions. This community allows members to collaborate and improve the outside and innovate outside the traditional bureaucratic structure, helping the organization implement meaningful changes that promote diversity and improve the overall workplace culture.
Hi again, good afternoon. So to continue the report, my topic is about the parallel learning structures. So when we say parallel learning structures, the concept of parallel learning structures was first introduced by Dale and Zand in 1974. So under the label po siya ng collateral organization. So Dale and Zand describe it as a supplemental organizations existing with usual formal organizations. Ibig sabihin, parang informal siya kasi parang existing siya with the usual formal organization. So which are mainly used to deal with structural problems that formal organizations are unable to deal with. So actually, when say parallel learning structure, parang kasing informal structure din kasi ang tawag niya. Kasi hindi siya yung nasa kagawi ang formal. 'Di ba? There's a hierarchically manggod na parang sa organization na amo na dapat mag-solve in terms of a problem or issues ng organization. So sa informal, kay parang wait basahon ko para mas clear. Okay. Kasi other meaning ng parallel learning structures is a group representing a various level and function work to open new channels of communication outside and parallel to the normal hierarchical structure. So when you say parallel learning structures, maybe again a form of knowledge management. So when we say knowledge management, involved dito yung capturing organization collective expertise wherever it resides. We say wherever resides dun sa organizations, kahit sa man sila department. Pwede din sa databases, sa papers, people's head, yun sa pinakamas mataas na, and distributing it to the people who need it timely, efficiently way. So yun yung bali ang parallel learning structure. Again, one of the goal of parallel structure is also the innovation and focus on how to solve some issues actually of the organization. Yun na naman pinakapunto niya. Kung hindi kaya ng formal na hierarchical ng organization to solve the issues, ito na yung gagawin nila, yung informal. Kaya ito tinatawag na parallel learning structures. Okay, so let's proceed. So, there are three important elements of parallel learning structures. Ito yung shared area of interest, community and practice. So, when we say shared of interest, alright, when we say shared of interest, so the members of the group involved in parallel learning structures necessarily have a shared area of interest, and the members are committed to this interest. So this interest, it can be problems. So yun yung sinabi shared interest. So if you're one of the members or one of the groups of parallel learning structures, so dapat this may mga alam mo na kung ano mga issues with terms dun sa problem organizations, diba? And of course, if you have an issues, so it requires actually decision making as a group. Okay, say since having shared interest, automatically if one of your group dun sa parallel learning structure, you're focused on ano nga bang issue na meron sa organization to help the organization para ma-solve yung issue na yun. Yun ang pinaka-goal nyo dun as a group. Alright, next, community. So, the members of the group engage in activities and sharing of knowledge and information in the process of dealing with shared interest. Okay? So, it might not be necessary for the members to interact on daily basis. An interpersonal relationship develops between the members and they involve and give take of ideas and information. They interact and learn together as a one community. So when we say yung community, sinasabi lang kasi dito, di ba, as a group of a parallel structure, may group ka pa before dun sa parallel structure. So you're from the Department of Accounting. So it doesn't mean na hindi kayo, kahit hindi necessary na magkita kayo as a parallel learning structures as a group, you remain pa rin as a community. Kasi parang group na kayo kahit hindi man na kayo nagkikita. Kasi hindi naman kasi required siya. Dahil outside na nga kayo ng pinaka-formal na hierarchical ng structures ng organization But still, you have to communicate because you are one community dun sa sinasabi natin parallel learning structures. Yun yung pinaka-ano niya. Okay, next, we have practice. So, the group members shared information and ideas about the issue of area of interest and are able to identify certain solutions. And they develop shared gamut of resources, experiences, stories, tools, and ways of addressing recurring problems that can also be referred as a shared practice. So, this may take time and sustained interaction. Dito sa practice, of course, you have given your own idea or you giving your own shared of interest, like issues or problem. Of course, you have to, say you practice, dapat alam mo na yung magiging solution. You have to share it dun sa group nyo kung ano mga possible na maaaring solutions in terms dun sa nangyayari. And pwede na i-practice na, i-apply, di ba? As an part of a group. Siyempre, pag mimitingan nyo yun as a group para learning structures. So that will be my part.
Encouraging development of parallel learning structures. Amo zaon siya ang collaborative type kay ang mga members dahil specific task na himuon or dapat mahiambag ang parallel lamang kay dahil dako na task or activity task i-estimate or bahin-bahinon ng leaders. Ang encouraging development of parallel learning structures. Amor siya collaborative type kay ang mga members dahil specific tasks na himuon or dapat imahiambag ang parallel lamang kay dahil dako na task or activity task i-estimate or bahin-bahinon ng mga leader ang trabahon sa tanan members. The organization need to be aware and identify the informal interaction that naturally occur among the employees at it might not be possible for an organization to initiate particular structures. An organization dapat hibayo sila mag-control, especially sa on pakigistoryahin na cultural ra na amura sa makigmareptes kun tundi sa kaistorya. Dili porket komportable na ta sa at mga katrabaho, dili na nato i-apply ra kanato ang mga dinangay na mga attitudes and behaviors sa trabaho. Makakos sila ng delay or resistance sa change kay tungod or comfortable na pag-istoryahe or amura na friend na kamo na nim katrabaho. Sakto.
Go.
Second, the organization should also develop an understanding of what parallel learning structure is. An organization dapat na-explain pagdazaw kung una ang parallel learning structure. It is ipaseminar or kung pwede, i-training para masabtan kung una ang fail is. It is also important that these are informal structure are identified by the organization and provided with sustainable guidance, directions, and environment. Important isab na ma-aware ang tanan sa PLEs, kailangan ng true guidance na heed para mahibayuan mga members mo lugar sa trabaho, like for example sa organization. Kung mag-meeting, zaon niya pa magsugod, komportable pa istoryahay ng bisan honora lamang ka-informal pa. Amura nagkamilitis ra din pag magsugod na ang meeting, di ba ka-formal na nila makigistoryahay sa ilang mga himuon. Amo zaon ang pasabot na kailangan sa organization desired boundaries for informal structures. Organization need to promote trust, open communication, mutual understanding, and support to foster successful development of such committees. Kailangan madipin pa ang trust sa isa't isa sa organization. Kailangan open ka sa adjustment, sa suggestion, or comment para may mahitabo na misunderstanding o misinterpret para dali ra maabot success ng organization. The organization need to distinguish between sharing of information and sharing of knowledge. Dapat hibayo ang organisasyon sa ilang limitation. Sharing information is different from sharing knowledge. And information is shared about mga documents, mga details about work and etc. While a knowledge kay amora you help them to grow and learn sa ila task or work. Tag-share mo ang knowledge in order for them to develop ng bago na mga skills. The organization may also promote technological functioning of parallel learning structures.
There you go.
Importante na gasud ko man ang technology that why di dapat ta mag-versus ng changes kay para delay and progress. The research sa PLS kailangan sab ng technologies for function and development kay para mas madali mag-process ng development ng PLS sa organization pag-zay technology involvement. The organization may offer incentives and rewards for the contributions of parallel learning structures. Also, di kasi mawayan mga rewards and incentives para sa mga members ng organization samot na kung nag-aim ng development sa PLS nga di sila maningkamot na hibayog pagwa ilang makuha na kapalit. Implementing development plus rewards and incentives equals effective development.
Here are the 8 features of parallel learning structure. First is sharing of knowledge, second spontaneous, third is common objectives, fourth informal nature, 5 formal guidance, 6 size of structure, 7 lifespan, 8 leader. One of the main features of parallel learning structure is sharing of knowledge and information among the members of each group. The knowledge is shared through discussion, interaction, and participation. This kind of sharing helps the member become more aware of the issues in the organization and help them to come up with an effective solution. And organization, very important kasi ang word na collaboration and open communication. In short, sharing of knowledge. So dito, enable team members to share their expertise, ideas, and experience and help everyone to learn from each other and discover new ways to solve problems in the organization. By the help of sharing information, organization can come up with a creative solution, better decision making, and enhance problem solving inside the organization. Second is spontaneous. So this means the learning happen naturally without a set of plan or schedule. So dito, team member can quickly adapt to changes and explore new ideas without waiting for formal approval. And also, it's beneficial for the organization to promote growth of such structure for successful sharing of knowledge and effective resolution of a certain issues. Third is common objectives. So, ang common objectives ensure everyone is working toward the same vision, interests, and goals, regardless of their specific roles in the department. They are more likely to collaborate and support each other. So, ang common objectives is a foundation of a successful organization. It's provide clarity, direction, and sense of unity, helping everyone to work together to achieve a shared purpose. So, number 4 is formal nature. So this means there are no strict rules or hierarchy. Murag casual conversation ra sila within your employee. So the group is free to learn and share their ideas, knowledge, in a comfortable way.